Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Sandy Bay. So today what I'd like to do is sell the fruit off our trees which we planted in the orchard. I think they're ready. I haven't actually been over there, but you'd have thought by now they'd be on 100%. Last week they were on about 90%, so 10% in a week isn't too much to ask for. So yes, if we run over here we should be able to see what each tree is on. Even if it's not 100%, we're still going to do it because they're still laden with fruit anyway. So that was 76. That's weird because it was 90 before. Yeah, they're all 76. That's weird. What about the apples? Let's see. Where do you have to... Don't even know where you stand. They're 80%. Okay, that's fine. We've got plenty of fruit here. I'm not sure why they've actually gone down, but they have. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably use the New Holland today. If I just tab through the tractors, oh, that was it. First one. We're going to buy a trailer which supports the fruit mod. And it's called the Krone Emsland, I think. We'll have to double check that. So if we go into our mods folder and into tippers, yeah, we've got 3. You get 3 in the pack. I'll put the download link below. It's on Mod Hoster. And yes, it's called the Krone Emsland. And this is, I think it's actually converted from FS13. Might be wrong, but I did use this in Cobra Park Farm last year and it worked really well. I think I bought the second smallest or second biggest, whichever way you want to look at it. So today we're going to use the biggest one, which is £7,900 and has a capacity of 11,400 litres. And you can see all the different fruit types here. Many different fruit types. In fact, I think it supports everything. So it really is multi-fruit. And that should have appeared at the store. So we've got a bit of a drive to go on. We'll go the back way. I always go down that really steep bit. That's not good for your back. Anyway, we're going to go down there, we'll pick it up, and we'll begin to sell some of our fruit. We're going to have to get a kiosk. In fact, we'll have to get many kiosks because they're very easy to fill. They don't really hold too much. So once we've filled the trailer, we'll try and think of a good place to place the kiosk, and then we'll be able to sell some at the roadside. So here we are at the store. We'll just get it attached. And it might not be this trailer, but I know that some of them you can actually join multiple ones together. Yeah, you can actually. So we could get 2. That's probably not a bad idea, although they are a bit expensive. For a small trailer like that, almost £8,000 does sound quite steep. But we will buy another one. We could buy a smaller one, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go for this one. Then we actually vary what we're using. And while I'm attaching this one, I will just quickly explain the situation with my internet upload speed. And download for that matter. Now basically, recently, I have been getting download speeds of approximately 0.2 megabits per second. And no, I'm not wrong with that number. That is genuinely right. And now you're probably wondering, how do I even upload YouTube videos? Well, basically, I've been asking myself that same question ever since I started YouTube. To be honest, I have no idea how I even managed to get YouTube videos onto the internet. But they do somehow upload overnight. Somehow. I don't know how, because whenever I'm on the internet, they never really seem to work. So, yes, those figures, 0.2 megabits per second, download is what I'm getting at the moment, at the time of recording this video. Sometimes I'm lucky and I get 1 megabit per second. When I'm really lucky, that is. To be honest, something has to be done about it. I am going to do something about it. So things are going to change. But just for the time being, you're just going to have to bear with me. Because I can't do longer videos because of that reason. And also, when a video is released late, that is the reason why. So if I'm releasing a video at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's not out until 5 or 6, then that is the reason behind it. I will try and update you on stuff like that on my discussion page, but it's not always possible. But I will try my best. In fact, that happened a few days ago. But this isn't a bad setup really. This is going to work quite well. We're going to get quite a bit into each load. What we're essentially going to do is buy a number of kiosks and then fill them all up They do go down over time, obviously, because people are buying stuff out of them, buying the fruit. But when you're trying to sell it all in one go, you do need quite a lot of kiosks going. I don't really want to clutter the map up, so we're not going to buy heaps and heaps of them. They're even quite expensive. But we're going to get a few, probably place them in a similar area, and just see how it goes, really. I really like that orchard, it does look good. We'll have to mow around the trees though, probably do that tomorrow. I might get a topper or something and put it on a smaller tractor, and then we can mow in between all the trees. There are some other things I'd like to do as well, but working on the orchard is one of the priorities for this week. What we might have to do is sell some sugar beet, because we've got loads of sugar beet. If we're getting desperate for money, then that is obviously the source, our income source. But yes, we'll just see how we go. So here we are in the orchard. We'll go for the first tree. You do have to be right in the right place. I think you have to be right up against it. There we go. It automatically loads the trailer up. You don't have to press anything. You can see it's filling the trailer. And this trailer has a very large capacity. If you go slightly out, then it will stop. But we'll move on to the next tree. And because of the distance I've left between each tree, it makes it a lot easier for manoeuvring this. We might have to take the rear trailer off first before we can spin round, but we'll just see how we go. Okay, that's 2 trees. I'm actually amazed how much space we've actually got in these trailers. I seem to remember in Cobra Park Farm when I did it, I really struggled at fitting it all in. That's why I've just bought 2 trailers, but yeah, it seems to be working really well. I suppose though, they're not on 100%, so that is one of the reasons why it's fitting in a lot better. That's almost that row done. This is easy harvesting. If only there was something like a tree shaker or something. I'm not sure the exact way they harvest apples off a tree these days, but I know that there is a tree shaker which shakes them all off. I think the best thing to do here is to put the pears in the front trailer and the apples in the back trailer, just to keep them separate. You might not even be able to combine them anyway. This is working surprisingly well. If we can get some decent money out of this, we'll buy another greenhouse. But from what I remember, they weren't that profitable. But the trees do keep reproducing, so lots of money just going to come in over time. Not really any expenses. Now you've bought the equipment. And I think that is the final pear tree. The rest are apple trees. So what we'll do is we'll go up to the apple trees and do the same thing again. Like I say, I don't think they'll fit into the first trailer. I don't think it will accept a multiple fruit in the same trailer. You can't mix them up. And it's actually put a pear in the back trailer. So what we'll do, is we'll go and empty this. And we'll buy a kiosk, get it all sorted out, and come back for the apples. Should have planned this a bit better. And what we could do in the future is expand the orchard. We could get a lot more trees, because it seems that you can fit so many apples and pears into these trailers that you can just go mad with the amount of trees you buy. How are the sheep doing? I think they're fine. The chickens are fine. I think really the livestock side of things is sorted now, so we don't really have to worry about them anymore. But we do need to worry about where to put our kiosk. Let's go into here, and I'll try and remember where it is. Here we go, in placeables. They're £1,500 each, so they are really expensive. But we should be able to put it somewhere near the roadside, if we can do. Or we could just have like a stall in here. but it doesn't let you put it too close to buildings. So we've got to be a bit careful. Yes, that could be a bit of an issue. Suppose we could go somewhere else. Just been looking around and it is quite difficult to find a place where it will actually allow you to place these kiosks. And I think the best thing, although it seems weird, is to put it in the gateway for the cow field, because there's lots of space there, so it will let us place them. And there's also there's not many cows actually around the gate, so they shouldn't be running around or anything, scaring the customers. But I think this is probably the most sensible place to put it. Although it seems weird, I think it is the most sensible place to put it. And we do need to shut these gates anyway, so it's a good job we're here. So if I just park the tractor just up the track here, and then go back onto the placeable page, I think the best place to do it is about here, because it's fairly close to the road, it can be seen and stuff. We just need to rotate it. So put that one there. Yeah, that is the perimeter around each one, because it disappears. So you can't put them close at all. We might just do one at a time. Okay, so I've spun around and we've opened the gate because it looks a bit weird if that's shut. And we can now press unload. See how many actually go in. Okay, it accepted a few. 2,000 litres. But obviously not enough. So we're going to have to buy some more of these kiosks. But we're not going to go mad because they do empty. So you can leave some in the trailers. We're back in the store and we're going to place a few more. Now where can we put this one? Over the other side. Don't really want to put it where the gate is going to crash into it though. Yeah, having a line of kiosks looks kind of weird. We'll do 3 because it does look a bit odd. We need to leave space for the apples. Right, brilliant. So it's unloaded that. We'll leave that trailer there. We'll still need it for when we do a mighty haul of apples and pears, because we're going to get loads more trees when we can afford it. But obviously at the moment we don't really need that extra trailer. But it's not a waste because it is a multi-fruit trailer. It can be used for nearly any crop. You can move anything with it. So it's probably going to come in handy for when we do some more obscure crops, ones which you don't usually get on FS. So I'm not... Whoa! Crazy cow. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. We'll head back down to the orchard, get the apples, and we'll sell them as well. There might be a higher profit or productivity on the apples than there is on the pears. We'll just have to see. But if they don't all fit into these 3 kiosks, what we'll do is we'll put them into dry storage and we'll sell them when there's more space, because I don't want to clutter the driveway up with all of those little wooden kiosks. Once again, there we go, automatically loading. This is such a good mod. I'm going to put all the links below if you're interested in doing this. So if you want to download this and do it all yourself, you can do. But one thing I think you should probably make sure of in future is to make sure each tree is at 100%. Otherwise, it's not really worth the time, which is what I'm going to have to do. On the way back up again, got 3 trees left to do, and then that is our harvest of the orchard done. They should all start to grow back again very soon though. There should be a lot more fruit back on here soon, because it's obviously not seasonal. And then by the time these are ready to harvest, we'll have probably expanded the orchard. Might take up like half this field, be huge. And then we'll be able to do one massive bumper harvest. And the final tree. And then we'll take this over to the kiosk and we'll drop off whatever we can. So off we go It's 2,000 litres per kiosk, and we've got 2,688 here. One of them is empty, so I'm expecting to be left with something in the trailer. Most likely 688 litres. So here we are, we'll just go up to this final kiosk. We are close enough. There we go. Yep, there is not much left. And that's that one already almost emptied. Wow. These customers really do like these fresh fruits. We probably didn't fill that one up enough. And I doubt it will let us mix these in. So we're going to leave that there for now. We'll put the pears from the other trailer into here. Yeah, that's as much as it's going to take. We'll empty the other trailer, take these back to the yard, and I do want to just move that Merlot because it's in the cow complex, and they're most likely going to damage it. So we'll probably put it in the workshop or something. Probably a good place for it. And while I remember, we will shut this gate. Okay, so that is a lot of multicoloured fruits. We should sell all that probably in the next few hours in game time. It will slowly go down and the money should slowly come in. Whether or not we'll make a profit, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's still interesting to see how well it does do. Something different. We're not just doing a wheat harvest as usual. So let's get these cows all shut in here. We'll get the Merlot out first. And then we'll put the trailers somewhere undercover, but still accessible. How are they doing? I think they're clean enough in there. Yep. Might be a bit of muck. In this shed here is probably the best place for it just for now, because we will be emptying the final apples out of here once enough are sold. Not really that many have to sell before we can unload this. And we'll leave that there for now. Right, back to the Merlot, and we'll just quickly go and put that away. As for everything else, I think it's all in order here. There is space for a tractor in there. And the cows are fine. And I think everyone has enough feed. So really, things are going quite well. It's about time it did go well. Yep, that's all good. The cows could probably do with a bit of silage. But as for the Merlot, into the workshop for its annual service. We'll park it here. And that should be fine. So, I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else we need to do today. This round baler we might sell, we might keep it. Just depends if I can find another better one. There's nothing really wrong with the New Holland stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And I'll try and make tomorrow's video slightly longer. That is just how long it took to do today's video, so I couldn't really make it much longer. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.